I think it's pretty safe to say that when we examine the Skywalker saga, a lot of fans have had a lot of issues with The Last Jedi, The Force Awakens, The Rise of Skywalker, and just Disney Star Wars in general, and exactly how they handled the Star Wars franchise throughout the years. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, the thing about The Rise of Skywalker is that there's a lot of fans out there that either love it or hate it. It really is like a love-hate movie. In my opinion, there's a lot of scenes in this film that I really do enjoy. Meanwhile, there's a lot of scenes that I really do despise. I will be completely honest with you, as I have stated in my initial review of The Rise of Skywalker back in December. Now, with Bob Chapek, the new Disney CEO, we do know that he's cleaning up house over at Lucasfilm. A lot of changes are being made, a lot of adjustments, in order to create a better future for Star Wars, to create a brighter future for this franchise that's really going to really feel different to the Star Wars fans, apart from how they treated the sequel trilogy. So, currently they're focusing on the new Star Wars universe. We're talking about movies, TV shows, books, novels, comics, and more. That's really going to make up this new Star Wars universe for the fans. Now, since Bob Chapek took over as CEO over Bob Iger, a lot of fans have been very worried or excited and concerned altogether about exactly how Star Wars is going to be throughout the 2020s, throughout this new decade that we are currently in. Now, with that being said, what's really intriguing is, of course, now that both Disney and Lucasfilm are finished with The Rise of Skywalker, they are focused on their new Star Wars universe, as well as their new Star Wars trilogy of films, where it's explained that the new Disney CEO, Bob Chapek, has many plans currently in the works in order to fix the Star Wars franchise and to make many of the hardcore fans happy. Now, it's explained that Bob Chapek has a plan in place to bring back the Old Republic era into Star Wars as a way to reunite the fans around the world and to visit this era that was a big part in Star Wars Legends and only now partially in canon under Disney. It's explained that Bob Chapek wants to bring the Old Republic to both Disney Plus and into theaters in the forms of movies to expand the Star Wars universe, with yet another new era to expand the franchise further. However, it's explained that for the movies, Bob Chapek has a plan to split the Rian Johnson trilogy that was planned out by Kathleen Kennedy into 3 separate films, and that initially, Rian Johnson had a plan to create a brand new galaxy for Star Wars as a whole, that would feature no Jedi or no Sith. It's explained that Bob Chapek canceled those plans by Rian Johnson of that clean slate for the Star Wars universe, and that now Rian Johnson's trilogy format has been changed into becoming separate films. However, it's still unclear if Rian Johnson will direct one Star Wars movie or not. Bob Chapek wanted to cancel Rian Johnson's plan to create a new galaxy, as it would risk alienating the fans and their favorite planets, creatures, characters, and locations in the known Star Wars galaxy that we all know and love. This was a big move by Chapek recently as part of making the massive shift over at Lucasfilm. So the thing about Disney Star Wars, we do know that they are stuck in a position right now where they really do have to do a lot of damage control. They really have to find ways to reunite the fans. Obviously, bringing in the Old Republic is a great way to satisfy a lot of hardcore fans out there. If you guys don't know much about the Old Republic, this is an era in Star Wars that takes place thousands and thousands of years before the events of The Phantom Menace. And it's an era that is going to be brought back under Disney by, of course, Bob Chapek, the Disney CEO. Now, not just that, the fact that Chapek canceled Rian Johnson's big plan to bring in a brand new Star Wars galaxy as a way to provide a clean slate for Star Wars that would feature no Jedi or no Sith or anything like that in that sense, was an amazing move. I think that it honestly fits directly in with the rumors that we heard about last year. You guys may very well recall where there was a lot of stories about Rian Johnson's new trilogy taking place in a different galaxy, another galaxy far, far away. That would have been a big mistake, in my opinion at least, because it would have been so unfamiliar to fans. It really would have taken fans away from, specific regions that we all know and love in the known Star Wars galaxy, specific locations, planets, creatures, aliens, you name it, right? So staying in the current galaxy was the right move by, of course, Bob Chapek. Now, that's not to say that they're not going to explore other galaxies in Star Wars canon material, but that the main setting won't be placed in a new galaxy. So that was a good move by Bob Chapek by canceling Rian Johnson's plan. of introducing a brand new galaxy in his new Star Wars trilogy, and the fact that his trilogy is now separated into 3 separate Star Wars films. This could very well explain as to why Rian Johnson has not been able to really provide an answer as to what's been going on with his trilogy. Is it on? Is it off? What's the deal? What's really going on here? That's not to say that Rian Johnson won't be returning to Star Wars, as much as I really would not want him back to Star Wars, but that's also to say that Bob Chapek at least knows better than Bob Iger and Kathleen Kennedy combined. Seems like that Chapek really understands what the fans want and what exactly really sells within the Star Wars franchise. So anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
Gun in hand, we are alone again. No, from night to moon, we hear them moans again.